Yes, people, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. As always, make sure that you lot are smashing up the likes. Make sure that you're subscribing as well. You know what I mean? We've got man like Rob here. We've got man like Cali here as well, people. I thought I'll just put a look of something together, man, to talk about yesterday's game. I know it wasn't the most entertaining game. It wasn't, you know, the Chelsea that we've seen for a minute now, but it was still a professional win. You know, it's good to get confidence back, especially now going into the game with Liverpool. They've lost 2 games on the bounce, right? We're the team right now that are on better form, technically. So we got to take that into the game, you know, Rob, because right now we've got a deflated squad in terms of injuries, bro. Our squad right now is thinning, bro. It's peak right now, man. But yeah, bro, I was at the game yesterday. Again, I was expecting a better performance, but right now beggars can't be choosers, man. I'll take that W for now. It will look a lot better if we beat Liverpool on Saturday, Rob. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I agree. It will look and it will feel a lot better when if we beat Liverpool on the weekend, which I'm more confident because we are at home and Liverpool are not in the greatest of form currently. But I think overall, for me, obviously the 3 points was the most important, but there were also a couple players that I wanted to go into that game and do well, right? Just for their own confidence. I think I wanted a Buonanotte to do well. I wanted a Badiashile to get out of that game and feel himself like, I still got it. I wanted Garnacho to play well. I wanted Gittins to also cook, but unfortunately that did not happen. But I already knew what Enzo Fernandez was gonna give me. I knew what Cancelo was gonna give me. I knew what Cucurella was gonna give me. It was about those other squad players that were coming in, and you see how much we are being, how our players are going down with injuries here and there, and you want to have those players be on form, and you want those players to be fit and ready when called upon. You don't want them to, when you're desperate, they want them to come in, they're devoid of confidence. So it was good to see, the Garnacho performance. I thought he played well. Buonanotte, I thought it was good. Badiashile, I thought it was excellent. And so those 3 for me, the fact that they had a good game plus the 3 points, that was a good, that was a big plus for me, because it would have been nice to just have Caicedo, Enzo, Cucurella, and and Pedro Neto to do their thing. We get a win, but everybody, the fringe players think it up. But for me, the 3 points obviously were the most important. But for me, was the fringe player had to impress, and I thought those 3 players in particular, Badiashile, Buonanotte, and Garnacho, they impressed. They impressed quite. Not impressed, but they're putting.
Picking up Garnacho.
They did good. They did good.
I'm not impressed, but I think Garnacho was good. Badiashile impressed. That's what I said.
He did, and so did Caicedo. So did Enzo for the most part. I would say I thought Chalobah was good as well for me. I thought he actually had a good game. Gusto for the most part had a good game. Neto as well. The whole defense was solid, bro. Because I was even saying to Cam next to me, big up Cam, yeah. That number 11 for Benfica, I don't know who my man is, but he's not easy to mark, bro. Because like I was watching him up close, yeah, and I'm seeing the way he's taking the ball and just barging people off of him, bro. Like guys are trying to get the ball, that's just shifting it off of them. There was even a moment in the box, yeah, where he nearly set up a chance, but he nearly scored himself, yeah. Like he was a handful, and Cucurella for the most part actually dealt with him quite well. I thought Chalobah and Tosin as well. So not Chalobah and Tosin, Chalobah and Badiashile, like the balance is just a lot better. You know what I mean? The balance is just a lot better. I'm seeing some of the passes that Badiashile was making, bro, and sitting behind the goal, it just looks even better, bro. You know what I mean? You can see the pitch even clearer. There was a pass that he played to Cucurella on the touchline, yeah, and like one of the midfielders was in the little pocket trying to close off the passing lane, right? He bended it around the guy's foot, and it just went to Cuckoo. But the way it landed to Cuckoo's foot, it allowed him to just take the ball in a half turn and move. Do you get? And that's what I'm like, bro. That little bit of skill there Cole, Badiashile, you know what I mean? Even Tosin's got it as well. Vega. It's not. It's bro.
Wait,
you
you're in the Matthew Harding for the game?
Yeah, Matthew Harding lower, bro.
Oh man, you lucky motherfucker. How was it? How did it look?
Bro, it was cooking in there, man. I think the rest of the
No.
bridge was a bit quiet, but Matthew Harding lower, bro. That's where it goes off.
Specific, what I want to ask is, how did build-up look to you, like on the pitch
Bro,
from us?
It looked a lot slicker for me, man. It looked a lot slicker. Like when I'm sitting behind when I'm sitting where I'm sitting, right, and I see, for example, Chalobah and Tosin playing together. Tosin, yes, can build from the back, right? But there's times where Chalobah's on the left-hand side of him and he can't build on his left foot because he's not left-footed. So it slows things down. Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas I was seeing Badiashile just playing the passes quickly into the midfield, and Buonanotte was getting quite a lot of touches as well. He was getting fouled a lot because we kept finding him in the little pockets. You know what I mean? So that's where the balance of the team was good throughout until it got to George. Yeah, that's the problem that I had. I don't want to be seeing George. But that's
I hate that you're right about that.
Yeah, but what do you think about that, man?
When it comes to George up front, it just is what it is. Like I've already said, what's going down. The manager isn't rating you like that, and that's neither rhyme nor reason. If you put any striker up front, they're gonna play better, and there's gonna be more cohesion up front in attack. But for me, the main issue was his touch. The touch was just choppy. I don't know.
Cali, what did I say to you, man, in the group chat on my way to the bridge? Because Robert was like, "Oh, well, yeah, trying to defend it." I said, "What did I say in the group chat, Cali, bro?"
Yep, you said about the touch, and I was like, "Well, the whole thing about me having George up front is I just take it on the chin for the overall. He can produce that odd goal or assist. So output for me is always going to be the most important thing. I'm always going to rate that in an attacker more than anything. But yesterday, when it comes down to the breaking down of the final third, that old Chelsea trait I don't like to see. It's like it's clear that if it's not like our strongest attackers, obviously due to injuries and all these things and red cards, which we're going to speak about, then you get George up front, and at this certain point, you're going to have to play Gu up there. Like I just don't understand what you have to lose from a attacking output standpoint to just put Gu in there and see how the cohesion of the attack changes. Maybe it gets worse, maybe it's better, but at least try it out instead of the same strategy, which is clearly not producing that much. But
100%, bro, and that's the main thing for me. That's the main thing for me, because the only way that you're going to see your team creating good chances in the game and whatnot, right, is by playing better. Yeah, if your team isn't playing fluid football, bro, you're not really going to create much most of the time. You know what I mean? You're not really going to create much. The better you play, the more pressure you put the opposition under, and that's where I'm coming from, Cali, with Gio as well, because he knows that position, bro. Right? When I was watching Tyreek again the other day, before the game, I said, bro, this guy doesn't stay up top like João Pedro. Yeah. There was a moment in the game, I don't know if you guys remember, where Caicedo, I think Caicedo had the ball on the left. Tyreek just left the position up top and went to
bombed.
Bombed. Yeah. And he just closed down the space and then he ran away. And then after that moment, when the ball still kept the ball, he stayed on the left wing. So I was saying to the guy next to me, I was like, bro, like, this is what I'm talking about. Look up top. There's no one there, bro. You know what I mean? There's no one there. And if Gio's playing, you're never gonna see him if the attackers are running with the ball forward. You're never gonna see him running into wide area. You're gonna see him getting behind. Yeah, making the centre backs work. And that's
issue is though. Everyone is saying in chat that they think Gu is going to be this January option that gets loaned out or sold, etc. So it's like
that's that. Yeah, but the thing is, though, listen, people are trying to do that and whatnot. I hear that, right? But bro, we're in October. It's the 1st of October. Yeah, January is a few months away. Look how many games we've got, and when Dilap comes back as well, right? You can't just force man into the team because yeah, he's our second striker. He's gonna get injured again. Yeah, so you need to.
I agree.
I cannot deal with João Pedro and George up top until January, bro. Yeah, or until at least November when Dilap can actually play. I can't do it.
It's what it's gonna be, man. Unless you want to put Garnacho in the false nine, it's what it's gonna be, man.
Boy, I'm not doing that, bro. I'm not doing that. I can't do it.
I know.
He's watching right now. Big up Matisse as well, yeah. Man says, see directors have told the rest are not to deal unless it's an emergency to keep January loan option open. Man says Spy Sports, and this guy's a joke, man. This guy's a joke, man. The thing is, I know what type of players this guy likes, and the moment he starts to see him more, he'll be like, you know what? I like this guy. You know what I mean? I like this guy.
I'm not. The thing is, I think people keep doing this thing where they rate Gu or they don't. I don't even rate him, but it's not a point of rating him or not. It's a point of just use your squad to the best of its capabilities. Like, if Gu is a natural striker, he's going to make natural striker decisions, natural instincts, natural poaching in the box. Like, there's certain traits that a player is more strengthened in than others. That's basic football, so it just is what it is, man. But until then, you're really going to see George up front. I don't know why you think you're going to see Gu. I'm just letting you know you're going to see George up front for like at least 3 games.
We better not.
All right, I'm letting you know, man. I'm letting you know early.
If I see that again against Ajax, the thing is, if I see that against Ajax, yeah, I'll just go on the pitch and I'll say, hey, Ty. You're not playing, bro. Like, don't
let me ask you right now. Do you honestly think George is not starting up front against Liverpool? No. Just answer me this.
Think about it like this. Let me tell you something, Cali. Now, yeah. Let me tell you something now. You see when you're playing right now, and your manager knows there's a certain position that you don't like, yeah. And you can see that you don't play as well there, and you're not really comfortable there, and he keeps playing you there, bro. Yeah. Now you're just killing me. You're trying to embarrass me. Because I remember what Poch used to do with remember Colwell left back, yeah. Ben Chilwell left wing, yeah.
Ben Chilwell left wing. That's the one.
Ben Chilwell left wing, Colwell left back. I remember I used to see Colwell getting cooked by guys like Olise and that, and I'm like, he should never be there. You're making man get cooked, and it's the same thing as George when he's got his back to goal and the centre backs press him. He hasn't got that ability to just hold them up because he's not that physical.
The link-up play is not good. The link-up play is not good.
Hold on, Robert. Yeah, and his link-up play back to goal majority of the time is not good. You know what I mean? It's not good, bro. He's better on the left where he can actually see the pitch rather than facing away from the pitch. He wants to be looking forward and then getting the ball and blamming it off. You know what I'm saying, bro?
No,
Problem is. Wait, go ahead, Rob.
Well, I know George is not a striker. Obviously, we all know that, right? Now, why is Maresca playing him? And you can clearly see it yesterday when he was on the pitch versus when he was off the pitch. Because again, I know Gil can also do this, but George as a pressing trigger up front was very good in my opinion. Not much on the ball, but when his pressing was absolutely was very good. He was forcing them into hairy passes. He forced the goalkeeper to boot it out a few times because he was the press trigger. Now, I know Gil can press too, but I think the reason why Maresca plays George is because he's got a good strike on him and he can press. Right? Gil has that too, but as Matisse said, is kind of what you've heard in the Chelsea community is that Gil is being saved to go out on loan in January or to be sent to Strasbourg, maybe with Emega coming the other way. So unless we are absolutely in a desperate situation, I don't see Gil playing between now and January. Now, but
we're in a desperate situation. What do you mean, bro? How are we not? How we know? Right now, hold on. Let me tell you something, Robert. Let me tell you something, Robert. Yeah, because you keep talking about fucking Garnacho like he's this complete player, yeah, and he's gonna come in. And he's gonna come in straight away and no. Let me talk. Let me talk. Yeah, let me talk. He's done a lot. Yeah. One thing about our left hand side, bro, there's nothing stopping George from playing that side right now. Yeah. If you want to keep him in the team, I don't even mind if you want to play him on the left off the bench before Gittins. We'll get to Gittins later, but let him play in his natural position, right? Let him play there. There's been a couple games where he's moved to the left mid-game this season, and he's just looked much better on that side, bro. I see a better player, a different player, right? So, pressing, yeah, he can press him, he can finish. What's he doing the rest of the 90 minutes? What's he doing the rest of the 90 minutes? The ball goes to him, it flies off his foot, yeah? When that whole Josh King thing happened, it was George that lost the ball initially and gave it to Fulham, and that's how that whole situation happened. And that was an easy little trapping of the ball. You know what I mean? So end of the day, I'm not hearing this thing about, oh, yeah, you got to wait till January and that, yeah, because we're not going to play great every single time we put George up top. It just doesn't help the chemistry of the team. It doesn't help him as well. You know what I mean, Cali?
I'm just saying, once again, my question was not answered. Do you think George will start up front against Liverpool?
Nah. Not against Liverpool. No way. No way. No, Ajax. No, Cali. Ajax. Yeah, is the one. Ajax is the game where I'm actually gonna see Wagwan because João Pedro can't play. João Pedro can't play, and George just had a.
So you expect? Game. So just being real, you expect João Pedro up front, right?
Well, against this weekend.
Yes, this weekend.
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
come on.
Okay. So this is what I'm saying. If something happened to João Pedro during this game, who would he bring on? You or George up front?
Hey, boy, listen. I saw George up top.
That's the uncomfortable conversation, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. Is like, do I agree with him bringing George as a striker? No, but it does not matter. It is what he is doing, and so at a certain point, it's like.
Bro, but it gets to a point though, bro. It gets to a point now where you can't keep doing it. This is what I mean. Like, we've seen enough of the experiment, bro. Man's actually getting a test tube and that, yeah. Putting all these little things together is blowing up the house. And then he's doing it again the next day, blowing up the yard. Why do you keep
Here's a perfect example. Gusto, right? Gusto. How many times have you seen this man invert? How many times have you seen him be shit while he inverts? But listen, since before last season, he's still gonna invert this mofo. So it's like at a certain point.
Hold on, he don't invert Gusto anymore. Not like that. He overlaps.
When our players come back, I expect to see Gusto inverting, and I won't be surprised. It will not be a shock to me. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
He ain't doing that. He ain't doing that. He ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because people are saying that's what he's gonna do, but I'm just saying, people, yeah, it gets to a point where we have to have conversations to push it that he can't be doing that no more. Yeah, but we got to get it out there because these lot, I'm telling you, they hear us, bro.
I know what you mean though. That's true though, especially match day fans.
Of course, bro. Everyone congregate together and make sure that we stop this George experiment up top because you're killing him. You're killing him, bro.
Don, I think all of us are in agreement with you that Gio should be the striker. Well, if a striker is needed, Gio should be playing. But there's logistics to it that Gio is more likely being kept to send out on loan or to send out somewhere else in January. Because if he's kept here, right? If you play him, that means you have to keep him for the rest of the season. And I think the idea is probably to bring Emega in January, right? We agree that Gil should be ahead of George as a striker option, right? Because he can press as well. He's a better goal threat. He's better in his box movement. He has his striker instinct. He's better aerially as well. But he can't play unless
he's literally a striker.
Like unless every option, even unless Pedro Neto is going to strike and it's not worked. Then you might see Gio coming.
I'd rather Neto up top than George, bro.
That's
Neto actually runs in behind.
That's also valid as well. But
you know what I mean? I'm not playing Neto or the thing is, what I'm saying, Mandem, is I understand what you lot are saying. I get the reasoning why. I'm just saying that logistically, yeah, big up AJ as well for joining. Logistically, we're still a long way away from January. So my point is, we can't be doing this for this long because we're gonna end up losing games. We're gonna end up losing games and drawing games, and the guys are gonna be looking at the squad shit, and I'm like, well, you're not really using the squad well, are you? You know what I mean? You're not really using the squad the way that you need to get better results. You know what I'm saying, AJ?
Nah, I mean, I'm late on the convo, but I think just the way Maresca been using the squad, you know, I haven't been satisfied. And I think that was a problem last year too, you know. Again, the A team, B team thing, you know, I get the concept of it, but it kind of created a certain atmosphere. But now I think, you know, the squad, the makeup, we have different profiles, you know, we have more identified profiles now. I just want him to hone in on the way he's using it because he could use the squad and then he could use it like well, you understand? And I don't think he's using it well still. Again, some roles within the team, like again Reese overlapping, Kuku overlapping. You know, I think you kind of seen a little bit more of that over the last like 2 games. You see a little bit more wide play, but in terms of the squad, I think he could use it a little bit better, you know, and that will help us.
100%. So what changes would you make?
I mean, it's tough right now with the injuries, but I just think in terms of the way we play, I think even in that Benfica game, I seen, you know, Caicedo and Enzo a little bit closer as a pivot. You know, they were working together a little bit more in that game, and I like seeing that. You know, we have more control that way. I know Badiashile came in and he stepped up. Everybody said he had a good performance. I didn't really see too much, but I think you know, not noticing anything is also a good thing. You know, you're not really.
You didn't notice him on the pitch, bro. Hey,
what you said?
I see you didn't notice him on the pitch. Hey, you see that chance that Neto nearly scored as well, the one that he licked off. Yeah, that came from Badiashile winning the ball back. He took the ball off one guy, he gave it to Neto, and Neto nearly scored, bro.
Nah, I hear it. Early on, I was a Badiashile supporter, but he let me down the past like year and a half, you know. So I had to sell them stocks early. But
I remember me and you.
Yeah, bro, we were supporting him, especially with Thiago. But listen, if he could step up, because right now we need the squad to step up. We need a lot of players to step up. We need like 4 or 5 squad players to step up. Chalaba, Badiashile, you know, one of Garnacho or Gittins got to step up. You know, we just need these guys to step up. You know, Buonanotte, he's getting, you know, a lot more minutes than people thought he would be getting, and he, you know, he's doing okay with it. You know, it's early still. You know, he could still improve. He's not, you know, lighting up the place, but it's still early. So, you know, there's while it's been looking shaky, there's still a lot of hope. You know, as long as players could step up, though, that's the minimum requirement. They got to step up, otherwise, ain't shit going on.
No, 100%, bro, 100%, man. And what's frustrating for me, Rob, is the fact that, you know, with the last 2 games, obviously against United, against Brighton, you know, Brighton, we saw for me the best half we've had. Like, it wasn't, you know, tantalizing football, but it was much better. Like, in terms of our balance and the structure of the ball, it was much better. But then the second half gets ruined against United. For me, I thought. I was confident we're going to win that game. That's why I drove up there. I thought we're going to win. You know what I mean? So I feel like right now, we haven't even really got to see the team, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I know we saw it at the beginning and that, but it's been a minute since we've just had no situations where there's no red cards and we can just like actually watch the team. You know what I'm saying, Rob? So I'm expecting the performances to get better, man.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think our performance is going to get much better, especially because probably bar Colwell and Delap, all our players are back after the national break. I saw you saying you've never looked forward to the national break as much as you are this one, because pretty much Cole Palmer will be back, Tosin will be back, Fofana will be back. You know, Lavia obviously is here. You know, Santos will be back. Like, all our players will be back after the national break, right? And that's where you expect maybe after Delap, you know, rejoins as well, that maybe because you can see it against West Ham, right? When you have Delap, Joao Pedro, either Copa, you know, even Copa didn't even play in that game. But you had Esteban, Neto, and all that, and you can kind of see how fluid we are when that system is in play. Unfortunately, we've only seen it for 1 game, right? And so the hope is maybe when Delap gets back, and when, you know, Cole gets back, and when Fofana and Badiashile are back now as a starting center back pairing, then you have more stability, and you have a Badiashile who's really good on the ball, whether it's him and Fofana that you pair up, or him and Tosin, who both are good on the ball. So you solve that automatically from a playing from the back standpoint, and then you have the Enzo Fernandez goes back to his box crashing, and Cole Palmer is up top, and so it just had on the other side of the national break. I think we'll see better performances once kind of most of our players are, you know, returned. And then you know, obviously you have the Lavias and the Andres Santos as options as well. So I just think it's just a matter of getting players fit again after the break, and I think we might see a more fluid Chelsea, especially when Delap gets back than we've been seeing so far. Because so far it's been just like, obviously the red cards don't help, but it's been more of mismatching. He's trying to do this, trying to do that, trying to get results here, trying to give this player minutes, trying to use this one to get confidence. It's just like it's a little bit little fires that he has to put out every game.
Yeah.
Rather than just like, okay, everything is here. I'm just setting up a meal. But he has to put out a fire here for a red card. Then he has to think about a left winger, the confidence. Then he has to think about, my center back is back, but I can only play 60 minutes, can't really play the full 90. Then you have to think about Reece James is going to national break, play 290 minutes. I can't play. So there's only been it's only these little fires that every game he's had to put out. But he hasn't really had the whole thing available for him to gel. But I expect that to change after the national break.
Yeah, no, 100%, man. But yeah, man, Cali, what did you think of Garnacho in this game, man? Because Rob keeps going on about his performance. For me, I thought he was okay. He was good for the running behind. Like he made a good running behind for the goal. But the rest of the time, I was seeing him getting pinched off the ball. The cutbacks weren't really, working really. But then again, you haven't really got a striker to aim for. You know what I mean? And the shooting was just way off. You know what I'm saying, bro? So I didn't really see anything special in the game. I just thought he was all right.
If I give him the assist, right, for the own goal, even though that doesn't count, I would still say it was like average. The best way I can explain it is like, I don't know. It's just there's mistakes everywhere in his gameplay, and I feel like I already have a bias, unfortunately, so it's hard for me to, I'm being honest, to just not look for certain mistakes. But one thing I will give him is that cutback and that pace. I do respect that. I do believe that can be his strength. Taking a man on or going for a long ball and sprinting to it first. But for me, it's the technical ability as far as in the box. I need him to improve his finishing. I need him to improve his decision making. I need him to improve his overall short, quick passing ability. But other than that, there's a player there at least. So, and respectfully, it's him over Gittins. I'm saying all of this, and let me be very clear. It's him over Gittins. That shouldn't, respectfully, that should not be a conversation.
Yeah. How about you, AJ, man? Who do you think stood out for you in this game, bro?
In terms of Gittins and Garnacho, or
just in general, bro.
We said Garnacho's average.
I mean, stood out.
I mean, let's go through the team. Let's go through the team then, yeah. We'll do the ratings. Let's start off with Sanchez. And then obviously we'll go through the team. So I'll start with you, AJ. What did you think of Sanchez's performance?
I mean, I'm trying to think that I know he made some decent saves, close range saves. That player, I forgot his name, baldish guy from Benfica. He got through on goal 3-4 times, Yeah, something like that. I mean, Sanchez closed angles decently, and then defenders also help. I don't know. I don't really have too much to say on Sanchez. He didn't stand out to me, so. And I thought he was all right.
I thought he was all right. I thought his distribution in the first half was good, because even the people around me were saying, "Yo, Sanchez, that was a good pass." Second half, he was moving a bit sloppy towards the end of the game, just kicking it off the pitch and whatnot. Heavy passes, but he made some good saves. Some of the saves he made were offside, but you still got to make that save. And if you remember that pass in the first half as well, there was one that he knocked off the post. Another one in the box that came as well. He saved that one. So I thought he was just okay, nothing special, but he done his job. He done his job for me, Rob.
Absolutely. Absolutely. He was just good. Sanchez cross-claiming was good as always, and it was a solid 6.5, 7 for me. Nothing too much, nothing too crazy, nothing too wow for me, but he was just solid. He was just solid. Kept the sheet, so that's all you can ask for.
Let me come to you anyway. Let me come to you then, Rob, for Gusto. What you saying for Gusto, man?
I thought it was solid, actually. I thought it was solid. I thought his counter pressing was good. And I thought generally on the ball he was good as well. I mean, as Jose Mourinho said, he started to struggle towards in the second half toward the end of the game, and then that's what we brought on Rich James. But good on Maresca to spot that and not leave it too long, because Mourinho spotted that and they start to try and go at Gusto, but he subbed him off and brought on Reece, which was good. So yeah, I thought Gusto was good for the time he was on the pitch for.
What's going on there? What's going on there? There you
Son.
yes. I was thinking, what's going on there, bro? Gusto, he thought Gusto was decent. How about you, Cali? You disagreed?
Nah, bro, I give Gusto like a 5, man. He was shaky.
What did you like?
He was shaky. Like it. Sometimes I think with Gusto it is like, I remember that one season where it was clear he looked like he was developing to be like a potential top 5 right back, and then the season after we started inverting him all the time and he started looking terrible. And now it's just like an amalgamation. It's like sometimes you get, Club World Cup final Gusto, and then other times you get the last 2 games where it's like, what Rob is saying is valid, but it's just like you're not also acknowledging the shaky touches or the incorrect passes or the mistimed passes. And it's just like those things are key to breaking down attacks, and also key to also giving up possession and also attacks against us, which we are terrible in transition. I don't know how long I've had to say this. That's Maresca's biggest linchpin in this system. In transition, if we get caught on the break and our defense as shaky as it is right now, we are made to pay for it every single time. So we should limit the amount of times we give the opposition those types of chances. And I'm pretty sure we will stop seeing so many goals being conceded like this.
You see, with the defending in this game, that's a big difference that I saw though. Like we were pressing, bro. We were pressing these lot high, bro. Like we weren't letting these guys get any space.
Harry George, give him his credit. He was pressing well.
Harry pressed, but Guy can press even better.
I hear you. But for this particular game, Tariq did a great job on his
and that keeper was even playing like he had magnets in his boots. You know what I mean? Every time he was getting the ball, man was all looking heavy. You know them keepers that go take 1-2 step backwards and that when they're about to. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, because they ain't got no time.
The knee popes,
yeah. Every time he's getting the ball, like, oh, you know what I mean? He was looking shaky, man. But big up Tim's, yes, it's done as an Arsenal fan. Up the fucking Chels this weekend. Hey, don't look at me, yeah, like I owe you anything. You know what I'm saying, bro? Don't look at me like that, bro, because I ain't doing it for you. I ain't doing it for you. I'm doing it for myself. You know, and if you man happen to be in the little, well done. You know what I mean? Because if you win your game and we win our game, we're 5 points behind first, and we're supposed to be in a crisis where we can't compete still. You know what I'm saying, bro? So yeah, make sure, man. West Ham like your gaff, Tims. Make sure, blood. You know what I'm saying? But let's move on to Chalobah, AJ. What do you think of Chalobah, man? I thought he actually had a very good game, man.
Yeah, he definitely a sturdy game compared to his recent games. Not really too much to say. It was sturdy.
You don't think he had a very good game?
I'm not giving none of these players. First of all, that I don't know if you remember how that game was shitty. That was a shitty ass game. So I'm not giving anybody they had a very.
But the thing is, though, AJ, I'm sorry, bro. Like, listen, the game was shitty, but I literally labeled it as professional in my review, right? Yeah. Because if you don't defend well, AJ, Benfica were attacking us.
You think we defended well?
Okay. In the box,
I think there were
moments. Offside, you know how many times I'm offside, but we were making them get on offside, but we were reading the line well.
But do you remember the first 20 minutes of the game and maybe the last 15 minutes of the game?
The last 15.
Yeah, they just kept breaking through.
Yeah, towards the end of the game. Yeah, but that's a point in the game when I was seeing.
They started the game better.
Hold on. Let me land my point. I was seeing guys tired, bro. Like Enzo was tired. Caicedo was tired. Sanchez was moving crazy. Like Mourinho made like 3 subs. Obviously, we brought on Reece to help out a little bit on that side. But I thought we saw out the storm. We didn't allow them to have any clear-cut chances that were onside. You know what I'm saying, bro?
I hear you. I think the energy and the determination defensively was better. But I don't think we were that much better, in terms of, I think we look good. You understand? I think we just got through the game. you know. And I think, right, like you said, professional means we just got through the game.
I agree with that.
Yeah. I think with Chalobah, I think he was steady. He just looked a little bit more. I feel like Badi Issue calmed him down a little bit. You know, I wasn't seeing. There was one time where he did a mad thing where like he dived in when there was no need to dive in. And again, if the guy just flicks it around him, they're through. They're running towards the goal, and Sanchez can just do a madness. You know, but apart from that, I thought he was actually good. Badi Issue, obviously, Rob, what did you think of Badi Issue's performance, man?
Yeah, man, my man was excellent. I miss this guy. I rate him as you know, his talent is, especially on the ball. He is, you know, for me, in my opinion, he is a best ball playing center back, even with everybody when everybody's fit. That's how highly I rate him, because his passes are crisp. He has a bigger variety of passes, and he's quicker with it. You know, he doesn't dwell on the ball too long. That's what I like about him. He's quicker with the passes. Obviously, you know, one pass might not go through, and that's the price you pay. Because if somebody intercept the pass, it's 1v1 against you now. So that's the risk you have to pay. But as far as him with ball playing, I thought if even they're trying to play some ball over the top.
Man said 6. Wait.
Yeah, no. They're trying to play some balls over the top. His ability to not only win the ball, but direct his header towards a Chelsea player. Even his interception, like he was winning the ball back, and his touch in winning the ball back will be a pass directly to an Enzo Fernandez, or headed down to Cucurella, or headed down to a Garnacho. Like everything he did was purposeful, and I, you know, the calmness, you can see the calmness he brings next to Cucurella, and what you can see him directing traffic as well. Like telling Garnacho go, telling Cucurella come back, and telling Enzo Fernandez, you know, push back, come back, return. So yeah, he was, yeah, for me he was an 8 out of 10.
No, he was good, man. He was good. How about you? How about you, Cali? What did you think about this show?
Yeah, I think people get worked up about player ratings. Somebody was like, he has to be a 6 or a 5, and I'm like, so then which center back was the 7? There was a clean sheet here, and someone had to have a decent defensive performance, and it wasn't like there was no attacks coming at us. We were being attacked. So yeah, for me, Badiashile is the 7. So I thought he was the better of the two.
I'll give him an 8, man. I'll give him an 8.
I hear the 8s. It's just like, I'm always of the mind when I haven't seen you in a long time and you have a good game at least. I don't want to just overrate it too highly, and at the same time, I want to see what you do the next game, because he's going to be the one playing at Liverpool. So now let me see what you're really.
It's not about overrating it. It's not about overrating it.
No. I'm saying on the night, just on the night itself. Yeah. I just saw it he didn't put a foot wrong, really. So for me, when you didn't put a foot wrong, that's a minimum of a 6. And then what did you do to positively affect the game? And I would say there were many times positioning where he actually helped out Chalobah when he was a little bit, too rash with his interceptions. So that's for me the 7 to 8. I'm not arguing an 8 whatsoever. I'm just saying for me, I saw it as a 7, but I do hear it. For me, he was the best center back of the two.
Yeah. No, 100%, man. How about Cucurella, AJ?
I feel like Cuckoo had a mixed game. He was especially early on, he was looking a little shaky. But I think, Cuckoo is one of the players who's burnt out on our team. He plays damn near every game. We don't really have a replacement for him, or a temporary. I mean Hato, but we're not using him in that spot, to be honest. I don't know how much he could do. It's still early. But I think Cuckoo had a mixed game, but Cucurella always ends up giving you a 6 or a 7, so I just say, give him a 6.5.
6.5. How about you, Cali? We're saying for Cuckoo, man.
AJ, everything AJ said, I hate to be a parrot, but spot on, really. I think he's burnt out. I think that's affecting his performances a bit. I do also think people are underrating Benfica as a whole, just as a unit, and not rating that an attack can actually get the better of Cucurella for a bit, and then he adjusted and then was able to deal with the threats accordingly. But for me,
That guy
Yeah, good.
that he was marking, his name's Luca Bacchio, yeah? Man lost 15 ground balls, bro. You get me? He lost the ball 17 times. He attempted to run past Cuckoo 4 times, and he only done it once.
Yeah, that's my point. It's like, so in the first period, when multiple people and they were trying to direct the traffic through Cucurella, thinking he was going to have a terrible game, and then they shifted over to Gusto's side because they learned real quick. But the point is like, I wouldn't say it's anything of one of his better performances. I just say it's sort of that consistent solidarity you expect from him to just, he might have a shaking moment, but I know he's going to see out the game properly and make sure, you know, he keeps threats out on his side. So for me, that's the definition of a 6, like right down the middle. People can say 5.5, whatever, 6.5. I think it's right in that range.
Yeah, I think I'll give him a 6 as well. I think 6 is fair for Cuckoo. I can't lie. Let's start off with Enzo, man. I thought Enzo was more influential in this game. You know what I'm saying? I think even just off the ball, there was a time when he let someone kind of just run past him at the beginning of the game, but he was getting stuck in, bro, and actually using a bit of strength to win the ball. He was, you know, helping us dictate the game and that as well. Him and Caicedo are closer to each other. There's times they just play the ball to each other and just, you get me? He goes to that guy, they move. You know what I'm saying, AJ? So it was fluid, man. We just look a lot better. We just look more controlled when he's playing there with us. You know what I'm saying?
No, I fully agree with everything you said. I think just the ball moves a little bit better in that middle third when he's there. And, you know, you could see, I think you always say, you could tell when Enzo's going to have a good game. You know, he's from early, he was active, you know. I know that's his old team, you know, so you get an extra motivation, an extra energy. You probably don't get tired in that type of game. You know, you just keep going because that's your old team. You want to, you know, make a point. And then he was getting into it with other homeboy with the tats, you know. So, you know, they was beefing on the field. So, you know, that gets a good player up for the game.
Like real guy.
Yeah. It's funny because I seen that guy at the Club World Cup too. Like he always trying to like beef up Chelsea's players. You know, he always trying to fight a Chelsea.
The South American thing, bro.
Yeah,
the South American beef.
Yeah, he was doing the same shit. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with this guy? But but yeah, Enzo had a good game. That's the type of game I want to see him like just involved in everything. You know, offense, defense. You know, trying to create chances. You know, so you know,
I'm even checking now. He had 73 touches of the ball. Against Bayern, he had like 33. You know what I mean? Against Brentford, he had about 100. You know what I'm saying, bro? So you can see when Enzo's at his best. Yeah. He's at his best when he's getting on the ball and you know, making things happen, trying to make things happen. There was even that ball that he played to Esteval, the cross. Esteval nearly scored, yeah? That was a nice pass, bro. You know what I mean? So I'd probably give Enzo a 7. I'll give him a 7 for this one. I think he was just, you know, was steady, but he was very he helped us. He helped the team see out the game.
Yes,
you know what I mean. He helped the team win that game. You know what I'm saying, bro? Yeah. Cali, Caicedo. I'll let you go in on Caicedo, man. This guy's just the monster.
My thing is, it's like I sort of wanted to slightly give Enzo a bit more than Caicedo, and this isn't even to take away from Caicedo, just because I like to appreciate Enzo when he's playing up to scratch, but. It's same. It's a 7. What do you expect from a player that gives you a 7 minimum every game that he plays? Besides when he's actually injured, and even then, sometimes he pulls up with a 7 on days he's injured. It's just, I don't know how we keep doing it in that position, man. Where every 5 to 10 years we just find that gem of a player that literally just it's a beautiful thing. It's a Chelsea thing. Just a very, very consistent individual. His interceptions, obviously his highest attribute as far as I'm concerned, is just insane. His ability to break up play, second to none in my opinion. I think we can finally put the race debates to bed. We're done with these conversations.
I finished them time ago. I finished those time ago. Like there's no debate for who the better player is.
And I'm not mad at anybody because we had conversations long ago, like years ago, obviously, where people wanted Rice, and I'm not mad at that whatsoever. But as life has played out, we can all see what's before us, right?
Facts.
We got the better midfielder. Let's just call it what it is. So
I prefer Caicedo from Brighton. I used to say Caicedo for me is a better player than Rice.
Yeah.
He's got more of a ceiling. Like when I used to watch Brighton.
He was a better attacking player at Brighton. Like, we still haven't even unlocked that fully out of him, in my opinion. We're using the best of his defensive capabilities and his link-up play in the midfield.
That's the scary part. Yeah, because when he's playing with Lavia, when he plays with Lavia, you see Caicedo go further up. Because Lavia is usually the one that will pull up. You know what I mean? So you see him counter press from the front. You know what I'm saying?
And you see it in that rocket, man. Every now and then, it's like he's been waiting, like, unleash me. I want to lick one off real quick. And if he has both sides, he could be a different player. A player that can not only have that Conte-esque type of interception and defensive awareness, but something different, maybe a Balak in attack. It's too early. I hope he sees his full potential, and I hope it's in a Chelsea jersey.
Bro, you know what's so crazy? Yeah, I was at the game against Bournemouth. Thiago Silva's last game for Chelsea, yeah, and Caicedo's goal that he scored. Remember where he just lobbed it in. I'm telling you, bro, this guy, all he does is score bangers, lobs like that. Both the Spurs games, goal disallowed, bangers. Against United, banger. Yeah, the final, banger. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, the guy just slaps it and he just, you know what I mean? Big pause on that as well, bro. But he's got, he's just a complete.
That's fucking hilarious.
I feel you, though. Nah, but honestly, Caicedo, like, and that's why I always said, I'll keep repeating on any place I go to. Enzo is the player I want to step up the most, because the consistency that comes from Caicedo does not come from Enzo. If Enzo was to play to the level he played today, the way Caicedo plays every game, the Enzo conversations would stop happening. And then we could surely say we have the best midfield outright. Do you get what I'm saying? We have all the necessary players, pieces, components. Somebody get in the doctor room and revive Lavia. That's all I need. Do what you did for Reece James. Get him on Lavia and get him back in this team. And people will honestly see what Enzo is made for. Because every time when we had Lavia, when we had Caicedo, and my God, we have Santos in the depth, you can see Enzo where he's supposed to be. And that's all I got to say on that. But seven for Caicedo for me. That, like, God bless the consistency.
7, bro. Look at these, bro. Most duels won. He won 10. Most final third entries 9. Most tackles 8.
No. You're not wrong. I always look at the team play when I'm making full ratings, and a 1-0 means. No. You have to be honest, Don. We have to be honest. A 1-0 means it was an ugly an ugly game. It was an ugly game, man. And the reality is.
But the thing is, though, Cali, though, this is the point, though, because every game's different, and you got to look at every context of every game differently, right? When you're judging what you want to judge. For this game, Benfica were a team who were actually trying to attack us. Yeah, they were trying to attack us consistently, and Caicedo was consistently
in the transition, mainly consistently putting his body out there. Yeah, I agree.
He was consistently putting out fires, right, to the point where we end up leaving with a clean sheet. Yeah, and on top of that, on the ball. He was very good on the ball. Like, there was a chip that he played to Cucurella for George's chance. Yeah, man, just saw this guy just zip it over the top. Cuckoo brings it down, plays it to George. We nearly score. Yeah, against Brighton, you saw the pass he played to Reece before Reece crossed it in for Enzo's goal.
Crossed it in for Enzo. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm looking at the win and the result. Again, he was a big reason why we won that game. So for me, I would give him an 8. I don't think it was a perfect performance, but I would give it an 800%, bro.
No, and I hear that as well. Remember, we said the same thing for the Badia Shield. That's just like, remember, just seeing the game differently as far as, like, because I see it as a 1-0, it's just 1 point lower. But the reality is, you give Caicedo an 8. I'm not arguing that at all. Like I said, Rolls Royce of a player, and no one's talking about that price tag now, huh? Where's your Florian Wirtz at? Don't get me started, man. Because when Caicedo had that shaky period, and this isn't even to take a shot at Wirtz, because watch, he'll develop and be a good player. When Caicedo had that shaky period where he was making rash tackles, getting sent off, everybody was at Caicedo's neck about his price tag. Yep. So I want the same energy and respect given now, because he's literally the best player in his position until Rodri shows consistency back after an ACL tear.
I can't lie. Versus been getting heat, bro. He's been getting heat, but hey, we've got my man this weekend, AJ. And you know we're Gift FC, innit? We're Charity FC, bro.
Oh, damn. Yo, actually, I'm talking all this smoke. We'll give this man the goal, man. And then what am I going to say?
He's going to leave with that this weekend. I promise you, AJ. Yeah, like, if these man just switch off again, he'll get something, bro.
Listen, man, it's a possibility. Because right now we're not the best team defensively, but if I like that midfield three that we went with against Brighton, where we had Caicedo, Enzo, and Santos. If we could run with that, that closes up space for Wirtz, and it makes it more difficult for him. But we don't. I feel like we shouldn't stress him scoring. We don't want him to score. Eventually he's going to score us. Hopefully it's not against us. Because we don't need that. We have this reputation of just fixing teams' problems. I don't know what's up with that. They
it's not our fault. It's true though.
Crazy,
That's what we do.
It's crazy. We literally y'all got a problem. Come, we're gonna fix it. Like we some consultants or something. But but real talk, I think it's a big game. I'll let you introduce how you want to go into it. But it's a big game against Liverpool, man.
Yeah, no, we can finish off quickly with Buonanotte. I think Buonanotte. Listen, I'll give him a. I thought he was steady. I'll give him a 5.
6.
He didn't really
6-5.
Yeah, I'll probably give him a 6. I thought he was very tidy. He helped us keep the ball quite well.
I would say the 5 was in the game before this. I would have given him a 5. This is more deserving of a 6, just for there was a lot more link up impetus in his gameplay. He was in the right positions this time, where you could see he was having a positive effect on attacks. So I'm a fair guy.
He's winning a lot of fouls for us as well. He's winning a lot of fouls for us, man. He kept getting fouled. You know what I mean? So every time you see a player being fouled, it means most of the time, bro, players find it hard to get the ball off of them. You know what I'm saying, bro? Obviously, Neto, I thought Neto was good. Arguably man of the match. We say for him, Cali, what rating would you give Neto?
Neto, to me, was the best attacker, but a lot of people are saying Garnacho. I don't know how we all see that, but that's another 6, an example of a 6. I think he was positive on the wings. I think he tracked back well. One of those things is he might be used at wing back at some point because of his ability to just help close the space on the width. I didn't see anything to really super criticize. He was a little bad on the passes right in between the box, but that's just being picky. Like I said, just an average performance. Give it a 6.
How about you, AJ?
I think I agree mostly with Cali. I do think that was one of Neto's better performances since the Club World Cup. He was definitely active. He was definitely, one of our main creators. One thing about Neto though is I always watch him and I'm always like, I know you could do more. Your ability, you could do more. You got the pace, you got the power, you got the shot. He just needs a little bit more. In his 1v1 battles, I just think he needs a little bit more sharpness in terms of actually beating the player, because he'll create that yard, but it's not really to beat the player. He's more just trying to go around him, but the player will keep up with him, so he ends up crossing the ball. I want him to get more shots off. He needs to get more shots off. Playing on the touch.
He was trying in the game, but he was because he had the first half. He just went past the post.
Yep.
And then second half, he was running for ages and he shot, but he just got blocked.
Yeah. I remember those 2 plays where that one he went damn near all the way across the box trying to get a shot off, and then that one shot he got off. That's what I want to see from Neto, because when we were signing Neto, I'm like, yes, this is a winger who can bring us
Wolves, the one crossing.
I know he hasn't fully put up the numbers yet, but the skill set is there. So I just
he's got a bang on him, man. He's got a bang. Remember the goal against Arsenal, bro?
Bro, he got a shot on him. We need it, bro. We need them.
There used to be a conversation about that. There's wingers like this. The Sanes before he developed this. The Sterlings that need a striker to get the best out of them. And when you don't have a proper striker for them, their output is significantly less. And I've always maintained if Neto got a proper striker, and that's why when Jackson was in his little upward tick, you saw a better side of Neto when the Palmer-Jackson connection was going on for that good spell of 15 games. And then I don't know what happened to it. I guess injury, red cards, the usual stuff that happens at Chelsea. But like I said, if you get a striker up there, Neto's output will improve.
100%, man. And that's what was annoying me about the game as well. Because I saw Neto putting in some crosses, some decent crosses at times in this game. But we've got George in the box. What's he going to be doing?
Yep.
You know what I mean? If Guy was on, you're gonna see man running near post and just like what he did for Sunderland. You know what I mean? So it's like we're playing in a way that doesn't suit the striker we're playing.
Yep.
Yeah, Neto good in the air as well. To be fair, not Neto, sorry, Pedro is good in the air as well, but he weren't on the pitch. You know what I mean? He weren't on the pitch, bro. We were trying to do it with George.
Yeah, that's why I say that I want Neto to, just add a little something different, because I think his crossing. Yes, his crossing. He needs to try to add a little more cutbacks, like what Garnacho does. I understand it's two different style of wingers, but that for the setup of our team, the cutbacks is going to be more effective.
I literally said the same thing. Said the same thing. I said, bro, for this game, you should have been doing a lot more cutbacks. You run past the guy with your pace, and then you just cut it back to George, and George can just, just bang it in like that.
Ironically, that's how the own goal got created with Garnacho, is doing a cutback.
Exactly, bro. You know what I mean? And who else is there? Garnacho, we already rated him, didn't we?
Average 6.
Y'all Pedro, we ain't talk about y'all Pedro.
You gotta get a 2, man. You gotta get a 2. You gotta get a 2. You gotta get a 2, man. From now on, we gotta stop being. I don't care. I don't care if you had 2 goals and an assist. We need to start getting the mentality back proper in the squad, man. If you're getting a red card in the game, minimum of a 2.
How did you get the first yellow?
Wait, go again.
I said, how did you get the first yellow? I don't remember.
Honestly, I didn't know he was on the yellow. That's why it caught me off guard. I thought he got a straight red. And they were like, no, he got a second yellow. And that's my thing, is like João Pedro is like, if you remember him even on Brighton, he is a hothead. Like he is one of those. Like anytime if you ever see when Chelsea they're getting into it or bickering with another team, he's one of the main people that's ready. Like he will push other people back. Like I'll be the first one to be there. So it's like, my thing is, it's just a bit of mentality. Like at a certain point, I was gonna say, God forbid, if we go into this Liverpool game and I see another red, I don't care what the rhyme or reason is. Then I have to put it on Maresca's table, because at a certain point in time, we gotta guys, 3 games running, red card.
It's mad.
It's actually fair in them. You gotta put some type of fair in them now.
I have to really. I need to go Google that to see what type of stat that is. Like how often that happens.
Bro,
I've every comp, not just the prep. Every comp, straight 3 games, red.
Nah, Grimsby we didn't get 10 men. Grimsby only 11 men.
Yeah, I forgot. I said all comps. Yeah, Grimsby. Yeah.
3 games before. 3 games before, still bad though.
Respectfully, the Carlington Cup is the only one I do rate it as a trophy, but yeah.
I did the same mistake, Cali, because I was like, 3 games in a row we've got a red card. And then I was like, actually, we played Grimsby, so it's not 3 in a row. But I changed it to 3 and 4, which is still mad, bro. You can't be getting 3 red cards.
And let's not forget, in the Grimsby.
Did you say Lincoln, not Grimsby?
No, he meant Lincoln. He meant Lincoln. You said Grimsby because of United. I was gonna wait. But what I was gonna tell you was because of Lincoln and that Lincoln performance was stinky too. Like the Enzo in that game was stinky. So it's like we should have got a red card. We should have got a red card for the performance. How about that?
Bro, I'm telling you, I say Grimsby because that's all the same shit to me. If we lost to Lincoln, it's the same as United losing to Grimsby, bro. I'm telling you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
But listen, let's talk about Gittins, yeah, because again, I'm seeing a lot of people right now making a lot of sweeping statements like, "Oh, Gittins is terrible, shocking signing. He's worse than what we had before." And listen, right now you can't even defend him because what you're seeing isn't good enough, and him yesterday coming on the pitch and basically running it off every time was not good enough. You know what I mean? It was not good enough, bro. He wasn't actually getting that final bit of execution when the likes of Enzo were finding him in 1v1 situations. You know what I'm saying? But what I like in the game in comparison to what I've seen recently from him is that he was actually trying to run past the player. It wasn't working. It didn't work. But what I was seeing before was get the ball, just pass it. You know what I mean?
And straight lose it.
Just lose it. Yeah, not really try to go past anyone. And I'm like, you're not Sancho, bro. You're here to be trying to run past people. You know what I mean? So it was shit in terms of the execution. Like some of the step overs didn't work. He kept getting the ball. He was losing the ball. It was going behind him and stuff. But I like the fact that he was trying, because next time when he's trying, it might be coming off next time, AJ. You get?
Nah, I fully agree. We spoke about it in the chat. It looks like he's just trying a little too hard. Understand? But that comes with, it comes with time. He got to find his timing. He got to find his his space. I think a lot of times you think when he's going one-on-one, he's like tripping over the ball almost. That means you just, you overthinking it a little bit. You're doing a little bit too much. I think that's, again, it's just going to come with times, but it does look bad when it happens. And that's why fans end up, he got the review that he gets right now because of what he's doing on the field. But I think it's going to come with time, and he's young. You understand? What I want to see is him get some shots off again, because I heard that he could shoot the ball. So I want to see I want to see that. So he needs to just focus on getting a yard of space, passing the ball, or crossing the ball or shooting the ball. That's really all.
This is one of the players in our team who's actually got Champions. He's actually got Champions League experience, bro. Like, man scored 5 goals in the Champions League.
2-0, Jesus.
To who?
Who is this quarterback? I don't even know how to say that name. Might have to respect these men.
We had played them one time back in the day.
You might have to respect these men, bro.
Bro,
and then obviously,
man.
Obviously Newcastle's up 4-0 with Barnes.
Yeah, that's why they watched that, man. That's why they
against who?
Watching that game.
Yeah.
It's some weird team, bro. Let me even go check it. They're playing some weird team.
But to sign off on the getting stuff. Yeah.
Hold on, Cali, yeah. Newcastle are playing a team called Royal. They're from the Belgium team, yeah. Royal Union Saint Gillois, yeah. USG, they're called USG, blood. That sounds like a music group from London. You know what I'm saying, lad? Go on, Cali. Like a label.
No. I was just saying. Overall, I forgot all these Champions League games about to kick off, so probably speed it. But Gittins, he looks not confident, man. It's just bare as simple as, excuse me. My thing that's irritating is we went from Sancho and we went from Noni to go to Garnacho and to go to Gittins, and to some degree that's going to piss me off for the rest of the season, no matter how I try to slice it because of the price. Like, we spent 90, just about 90, and at that point, part of me is just thinking we should have kept Sancho, and we know Sancho wasn't good enough. But at that point, for the price and the value that it was at, if I knew, Gittins and Garnacho were going to be only at this extent of their progression, I would have kept Sancho 100%. So
we tried, but he didn't want to take the wage. You know what I mean? Man's got to take care of Sweetie and that. We tried to keep him. People need to remember. You know what I mean?
Aren't you gonna do you're doing a separate stream for Liverpool, right?
Yeah, I'll do it on Friday. But
people.
We can do it
Yeah. I mean,
let's do it now. I think
injuries have it pretty. Yeah, you got the little lineup. What do you call it?
Yeah. Let me bring up him.
We'll make this quick.
For me, people, listen. It's game week 6, man. People trying to write off Gittins already. I ain't writing him off yet, but I'll give him time because I know what I've watched of the guy, and I know how effective he can do. He just needs to, get.
Just say what it is right now. Yeah, he's doing shit right now. It's okay. Like
6 months to really get used to what they got going on here.
People got to stop looking for the instant success. At the same time, if he ends up being shit, he ends up being shit. But for now, clearly he's having a hard time adjusting. He just got to the club. Let's see what happens. It's early.
Big facts, man. But listen, I think the goalkeeper picks itself, people. But listen, make sure you're smashing the likes. Actually, first of all, let me see how many likes that we're on right now. Because we've got 100 people watching right now. Let me just have a quick look at this.
Got 60.
We've got nearly 60 likes, people, man. So you lot keep smashing up the likes. I know a lot of people watching Champions League right now, but you know what I'm saying, before we just do a little something real quick. But yeah, I think the goalkeeper picks himself. Sanchez definitely has to be in goal. I can't be seeing Jorgensen flapping at corners and any crosses.
All our secondary goalkeepers, the stocks are gone, brother. It's Sanchez till the wheels come off. I'm being so serious.
Yeah, it's Sanchez for now. As much as I want someone else, it's Sanchez for now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's go through the centre backs. I'll come to you first, AJ. What are you saying about the centre backs, man? Who would you go with for this one?
Chalobah is
Suspended. Yep.
Yeah. I guess Body of Shield. I don't know if he could play 2 games in a row, but Body of
He
Shield.
came off.
I don't think he got a choice.
And
He gotta play, man.
yo, I don't know. Is it Hato? I don't know. There's 2 lefties. Who else we got?
You want to put a 2-footed center back?
Who else we got?
Josh.
It's crazy, bro.
It'll be Josh.
Somebody said Fofana. Fofana's not fit. He can't play, bro.
Bro, it'll be Josh, or what he could do is
It's
start
either Josh or Hato.
Yeah, start Hato with him, but then obviously go into like a 3-2-5 build. Yeah, you could do that. But then off the ball,
who would you rather see start the game?
I can't lie, we can't. I just realized we can't play Badiashile on the right. Remember how badly he played against Spurs?
And they both lefty too.
Exactly, bro. So
No, you could put Badiashile in the left side of center back, but I'm saying on the right, it's probably gonna have to be Josh because you're not gonna put Hato right sided center back.
Yeah,
that's
you're not.
That's what he was coming.
Are we
right
home
now.
or away?
We're at home, bro.
Okay.
I'm at the game.
Just please don't lose this game. Please don't lose this game.
Reece didn't start the other day, so I think he'll start.
I hate to say it, I'd take a 1-1 right now, man. If they offered it right now, 1-1, I'll take it.
I want to
walk
beat
out
them,
the door. I know, no, Don. This is how it always goes. It's the 3-1s. It's United, Arsenal, and Liverpool. Every time that fixture comes up, all Chelsea fans in unison say, "Fuck these people. I need to beat them. I need to wipe the floor 3-0 with them." Then the game plays out. United lose to a fucking red card in 5 minutes. Liverpool last season, the only time we beat them was when they were drunk at the end of the season. Before, lost 2-1 at the beginning of the season. Arsenal up 2-0, gave away the game 2-2. That's my point. It's like at a certain point in time, until I see them properly, like the way they dealt with PSG, properly deal with these teams, I'll take the draws because the loss is far more detrimental.
That's my point, though. You're making my point for me. All those games you've listed, they now owe us. Yeah, you're in debt to us. So now you need to be beating these teams. I don't want to be seeing.
Oh, I get what you mean. Yeah.
I don't want to be going into these games and saying, "Oh, I'll take a draw." Broski, I'm seeing Liverpool leaking goals. I'm seeing Liverpool right now. Their midfield is imbalanced. I'm seeing them right now with their attackers like Salah not really playing great football. Konate is all over the place, right?
Yeah.
You've got what's his name? Frimpong, yeah. Man like Frimpong. This guy's
Kirkes, Kirkes good on attack, terrible in defense. Yeah.
Kirkes and that. They've got Frimpong looking like they picked him up from Power League an hour before the game. Yeah. I saw him playing right wing the other day, bro. You know what I mean, bro? Man's looking like one of the man them right there. I can't be scared of that. Alisson's injured. This guy's
Wait, Alisson's injured? Did you say Alisson's injured?
Alisson's injured.
Okay, wait. That changed a lot. I thought Alisson was playing genuinely. So injured, for sure, Alisson's not playing this game.
Ekitike is injured as well.
Okay, no. See, when you say that, 2-1 to the Chels, that's a different story. Like, just because the simple fact, their defense was bad with the best of their defenders healthy. And now you're telling me Alisson, who's been saving them for the last 3 games, is out? It's open. It's open season. That's all I'm saying. So I don't expect a defensive performance from either team in this game. I expect a basketball game, respectfully. We're trying to go for the 3-2 or the 2-1. I'm hoping that's how Maresca approaches it. That's why I want Josh on the right side at center back.
How about you, AJ, man? How you feeling before we go through the midfield? How you feeling going into the game, man? Because like I said, they've got 2 key players out. They've still got, players that can hurt us. Isak can get his yearly goal against us and whatnot, right? And Verts, again, charity FC. But how are you feeling right now, though, just going into the game?
I mean, I feel better than before we beat Benfica. I wasn't too confident. And then, they got their injuries and their players out. So, you feel better. But I just got to see because this team, they're so unpredictable right now. I can't really tell what's going on. So I just end up looking at, individual players. I see they got Van Dijk, Konate, Salah.
Hey, Konate's been thinking of shit though, man.
No, I get it. I hear it. But you just never know. But I say I'm more confident now than I was 24 hours ago. That's for sure.
100%, 100%, man. Let's go through the midfield. Obviously, we know Santos ain't available. So, again, I think that midfield picks itself. I'll go with Caicedo in there. I think he'll start the game, of course. Enzo, I think we'll start a little bit deeper. The 10 position is actually a position where, it could be Esteval. We might see Bueno Notte.
I thought Esteval was injured. He's good enough to play?
No, he played.
Esteval's not injured.
He came on yesterday and was cooking.
Oh, somebody, that must be some stupid Twitter nonsense. Somebody told me Esteval was injured. I was like, what? Okay, thank you. They must be talking about Asuego. They must have confused the two.
Yeah. So Esteval could play there. Do you think you'll play him in that midfield, bro? Enzo, Caicedo, and Esteval?
Nah, I think he goes. What's Santos' status?
Santos is injured, bro.
He can't.
Not available.
He's injured till after international break.
Oh, we could play Lavia.
Is Lavia finally fit? Because if Lavia is fit, then you put Lavia next to Caicedo and you put Enzo in the 10.
Yeah, I think he'll do that.
Santos out for sure. He's out for sure.
Santos is out for sure. Fabrizio Maresca said it.
Yeah, I sent the update in the chat, bro. Santos is gone till the break.
Santos is gone till after the break. So Lavia's been back for a minute, people. He came on against Brighton. We have to start.
Yeah, he got to start.
At a certain point, the duty is calling. You must serve, man. The Chelsea needs it.
That just makes me feel better though. Like you see what, like even with the centre backs we've got, when I'm seeing that midfield, it just makes me feel better straight away.
But that's the difference though, because if, like I always said, if we have our full powered midfield, then it's the best midfield in the league, and therefore not only is it help creating chances for the attack, it's also limiting the amount of attacks on our defense. So if I see Lavia and he actually looks fit and he's playing, then I'm a lot more assured, because then I know my midfield is going to outperform Liverpool's midfield. Then it's going to come down to how do the wingers perform for us and how do their attackers perform against our back line. That's where the game is going to be decided. So for me, it's like I'm hoping Lavia is fit enough to play, because then you see, I just going off what I've seen. So I already assumed he wasn't playing and put Enzo there accordingly. But if Lavia can play, we can have a lot more better of a balance. And therefore, that means we can slide whatever wingers you want to choose. So that's that's on everybody. I would personally put Esteval off the right. I don't know about you.
She says we can't start all three. It fucks up the bench, bro. Listen, you got to do what you got to do right now.
You're talking about bench. I'm talking about playing the Premier League champions from last year, brother. There's none of that. This is irrelevant. Put the best team out.
Exactly, bro. There's no time to be chasing games and looking at the bench and that, because by then the game could be done. You know what I mean? So you need to make sure you start your best team. And even if Lavia's got to come off, you tell Cuckoo to then tuck into the midfield. If Lavia was to come off, let's say Lavia came off for, I don't know, Bueno Notte or something like that. Because obviously we can't.
That's exactly what the sub would most likely be. You could even say drop Enzo or invert Cuckoo. You have the option.
Unless he pushes Reese up as well and puts on Gusto.
Yeah.
Not to mention, he's going to put Reese off the bench. Like, Reese will be in the squad. So it's like he will. You think he'll start?
Yeah.
Hopefully he starts. He didn't start yesterday.
I never seen him start back to. He did start. He did start back to back. That's right.
Yeah.
But
that's what I mean. I think he's being saved for it. So I think he will start the game. But yeah, again, we got to go with our strongest team there, man. So that's what the strongest team for me looks like right now. I don't like Enzo in the 10, but this could be more like a 4-3-3 in possession when Lavia's there, because Lavia tends to like sort of build up by himself like this.
Reece definitely started.
Caicedo goes up a little bit, but then you see Caicedo consistently just, there. Man's everywhere, bro. Yeah, Enzo gets stuck in as well. So it end up basically being like a 4-3-3, bro. You know what I mean? And build up something like this.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. And I want to see Esteval on the ball. That should give Esteval like a lot of freedom to move around, because we probably need him on the ball like the most right now. I think Esteval, we need him on the ball the most, because he's in the limited minutes he's getting, bro. He's like showing so much. I just want to see a 90 from him, bro. We haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, everything keeps getting fucked up by red cards, bro. Everything keeps getting fucked up by red cards. Fucking United, he comes off. We didn't see him cook against Brighton. We didn't really see him cook. Like yesterday, he came up because we didn't actually rate him earlier. Yesterday he came on. He could release the ball a bit quicker, but you just see the quality, bro. Like there's one ball that came to him in the air, man just touched it, bro. Like first touch, and I'm like, seeing that shit in person, the lights are in man's eyes, bro. The lights are in your eyes. How the fuck have you managed to see the ball and bring it down? You know what I'm saying, bro? It's crazy. Yeah, he needs to start the game. I think he needs to, again, look for the cutbacks a little bit more. I think he's trying a little bit too hard to score. It will come naturally, man. So please just start creating for people and getting your assists and getting your numbers up. Neto, same sort of thing. I need to be seeing more shots. I need to be seeing
you for now.
I could see Esteval scoring this game, bro. I could see him scoring this game just on
or an assist
going against the type of defenders he's going against. I could see him scoring this game, bro.
Yeah, 100%. What are you saying in terms of prediction, man? With that lineup there, people. Let us know in the chat as well what you think your prediction would be for this one. I'll start off. I don't mind starting off. I'm putting good energy in the air, bro. Listen, touch wood, there'll be no injuries in that. There'll be no injury. I don't want to see Lavia's not available or Baddie, she was felt a tweak. I don't want to see none of that shit, right? We're fragile right now. I think we'll probably concede something. I'm not going to be too greedy, so I'll say 2-1 Chels. I'll say 2-1 Chels. How about you, AJ? Go. Sorry, Cali, go.
Cali, go.
No, I'm just agreeing. 2-1 is the way I feel about it. Just they got injuries, we got injuries. They're not in the best of form. We're in a slightly better bit of form. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm just hoping that we are clinical in front of goal because I don't think too many of those chances are going to come. And hopefully we just get out of there with a narrow 2-1.
Yep. How about you, AJ, man? What do you reckon?
Listen, if we don't make any self-inflicted mistakes, or if we keep 11 men on the field, I think it's going to be a really close game because I think both teams are kind of in a similar time right now. Liverpool may have players that are considered world-class, but I think if we just got to bring energy, keep 11 players on the field and no mistakes. And I think we win. I think 2-1 is a good is a logical, score line because I see us still giving up a goal, but I do think we could score on them, and we home too. So let's get that energy out there.
I'm going to be real with you though. If Lavia doesn't play the full 90, it's going to be a 1-1. I'm keeping it above.
Sure.
No. I don't mean like him playing the full game. I mean if he doesn't play at all in the 90,
okay.
I'm calling a 1-1. Like if he's not fit to play the game, I'm calling a 1-1.
I don't think he got an option.
Fully now he has to start, bro. Like if he can come on against Brighton, yeah, where you're like playing against more space on the pitch, surely he can play against with 10 other men on the pitch. You know what I mean?
There's been no updates on Lavia other than after that appearance at Brighton, he's fit to play. So then you have to presume he's going to start. He's going to start.
Why he didn't touch field yesterday though? He should have touched field.
And this is exactly saving him for Liverpool. That's my only logical conclusion that I can draw from that because it's like, why else would you not give him, especially in the dying minutes of that game against Benfica? We could have used Lavia.
Exactly, brother. I think I'm like 90% sure he starts. If he doesn't start, I'm surprised and I'm disappointed. You know what I mean? I'm surprised.
Don,
and disappointed.
You know what it is? People have forgotten what Lavia used to do for this team. Lavia used to be the reason we weren't stressing out from minutes 65 to 90 when he was coming off the bench into the midfield for Enzo and just shoring up a lot of the stuff with Caicedo. But it's like now, since he's been injured for so long, people have forgotten what Lavia could even do for the team, how press resistant he was, the type of passes he was creating to, break the lines. Like a lot of people forget what Lavia was doing. So just hopefully he can come back fit because I'm not worried about his talent or ability whatsoever. It's always been his fitness, same as Reece James.
100%, bro. 100%, man. But yeah, let's finish up there, people, man. 15 minutes until the first game kicks off, and that obviously Arsenal, Olympiacos. Let me even read out some of the games that are going to be there. The big one, PSG, Barcelona. I should say Barcelona, PSG, because Barcelona at home. You've got Monaco versus Man City, so City are away. Arsenal versus Olympiacos, Arsenal at the Emirates. What other good games you got here? Napoli, Sporting. If anyone wants to watch Quenda, Sporting will be away.
Napoli Sporting, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. Napoli Sporting, you've got Leverkusen, PSV, Dortmund versus Athletic Club. See, Anselmino picked up another injury, people, man. It's peak. What else have you got? You got Villarreal, Juventus as well. Villarreal, Juve.
That's a good one. All right.
All right, it's all right, man. But yeah, big up
Smash
people,
the
man.
likes, people.
Yeah, smash the likes, people, man. AJ, you got anything coming up you want to plug up, bro?
Nah, just follow me on TikTok. I post on there when I can. That's really it. Catch me back here on Blue Diaries or whatever else you got going on, man.
100%, man. How about you, Cali, bro? Plug your Twitter, man.
I never plug myself. I plug everybody else. Make sure you guys follow Don. Make sure you follow AJ on TikTok. Check back in. Win, lose, draw. Up the fucking Chels. And
hit the
I
likes,
can't tell you how much you need to hit the likes.
Word.
The algorithm is a hater, okay? Don puts out content, but you won't even see the content because you didn't hit the like button. So the algorithm isn't going to show it to you. So hit the like button, people.
Get down
Literally.
to 10K, man. You almost at 10K, bro. How you feel?
Let's get it, man. We're going to get there. You know what I'm saying? Let's fucking get it.
Exactly. Keep the energy. Man, signed up is on stream. All right. Later, guys.